Namaskar children, hope you all are doing well. In today's class, I will be explaining the third chapter from the book Footprints Without Feet, and the name of the chapter is The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. Children, it's a fictitious story and the main characters are Oswald, who is a secret agent, Fowler, who is a writer, and Max, who is a spy. And in this story, we'll come to see how an ordinary looking secret agent, Oswald, he outwits a smart spy named Max, and just because of his intelligence only. And we'll be seeing how Max is with a pistol, but Oswald without pistol, only because of his brainy mind, mindfulness, and quick use of his aptness, he outwits Max. So let us start the story, children. Oswald did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. Following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Oswald had a room, Fowler felt let down. It was a small room on the 6th and top floor and scarcely setting for a romantic adventure. So, Oswald, he was a secret agent, unlike other secret agents. See, when we think of secret agent, what image do we get in our mind? A man wearing a black coat, tall, dark, handsome man with black goggles and a black hat. But unlike others, Oswald was not like that. And Fowler, who has come to meet Oswald, he is disappointed because he was expecting that he is going to meet a very big secret agent with all such body and all. And moreover, where was Oswald staying? He was staying on the 6th floor of a hotel. That too, it was very gloomy, dark hotel and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. It was not very much adventurous to meet a secret agent. See, when we think of secret agent, we feel very adventurous to meet such a man. But it was not like that. And Fowler was really disappointed because he was having some other image in his mind of secret agent, but he did not find Oswald like that. Oswald was, for one thing, fat, very fat, and then there was his accent. Though he spoke French and German passably, he had never altogether lost the American accent he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. Actually, Oswald, he was an American. So for the last 20 years, he has shifted to France, Paris. And now, though he could speak French and German, but he did not forget his American accent. So passably means satisfactorily. He did not speak French and German satisfactorily. When he used to speak French and German, he used to get that American accent. "You are disappointed," Oswald said over his shoulder. "You were told that I was a secret agent, a spy, dealing in espionage and danger. You wish to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. You envision mysterious figures in the night, the crack of pistol, drugs in the wine." So first, espionage means spying and envision means to visualize. Now, as Oswald and Fowler going towards Oswald's room, Oswald is talking to Fowler and said, "You are disappointed because you imagine that I'll be a very tall, dark, handsome agent, but I'm not like that because he was a very fat fellow." And he said that you were expecting to be something different, but I'm not as I'm supposed to be, as you were imagining. You might have imagined that you are going to meet a man with a pistol in his hand, with the drugs and wine, everything like that. But unfortunately, I think you're not happy at meeting me and you're disappointed. Instead, you have spent a dull evening in the French music hall with a sloppy fat man who, instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, gets only a prosaic telephone call making an appointment in his room. You have been bored. The fat man chuckled to himself as he unlocked the door of his room and stood aside to let his frustrated guest enter. So now, both Oswald and Fowler, they have come to the room of Oswald, and Oswald was opening the keys. And while opening, he was telling, "You were expecting that messages will be coming to me, by beautiful ladies will be coming and slipping in the messages to me, but it is not like that. I get appointments, only telephonic appointment I get, that to plain telephonic appointment. That means ordinary telephone appointment, I get the appointments on telephone, and you are expecting, as in the movies you see, that beautiful women with black eyes, dark beauties, they come and they pass the message, or they give the appointments to slips and they hand over in the hands of the agents. But it is not like that. I just get appointment on telephone only.